What's going on, everyone? Dan the Glassman here. You're watching Back to Nature. So we're here in Orlando's spot here at Camp Two Dogs, and we're working on the rocket stove here. So we have a 55-gallon barrel, which is the mass heater. We have the burn chamber here, which we created with, I believe it was vermiculite or perlite mixed in with a bunch of sand and mud, cob kind of stuff. And then there's a tube in the center, so we got the burn tube there. And this here is the ducting out, and we have tubing that goes basically out the ground, and then there's a pipe that goes out, so we have a smokestack there. We are working on the burn chamber here. Basically what you need is just either an L shape, or what we're doing is we're making it a vertical feeder, so we're making it a U shape. And we're just making these the same size, pretty much. We filled this in with some mud last night, and did the same thing here. We didn't get that captured, but what we did is we just built the sides up with some rocks, and then just covered them with mud, and basically did some really cool stonework there. So we're about to get the mud mix going right now, which is going to be freezing. I already know it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, and I will try to put this. Let me go grab the tripod.
You could use a stick to put it in there.
Yeah, but then it doesn't get shoved into the holes real deep, you know?
Well, I was going to get it and slap it in there.
Slap some mud. Alright, well, here, we'll just watch Orlando do it. He can teach me something. So we're just going to trowel that in, and as he's doing that, I can fill this in with dirt here. And now what will happen is we'll light the fire in the burn chamber, and we'll put the burn tube right on top of it. What that does is it allows the heat to rise in a more controlled directional way. That way the heat rises. As the heat rises, it's going to suck or draw its own air, creating a turbine effect. It's going to stoke itself, so the air comes through this hole, the feed hole, and as the heat's rising, it's just burning. Then we'll cover that burn tube and this hole here, the vent hole, with the 55-gallon barrel. So that's what we're doing now, is we're getting this all set up to where the burn tube will fit perfectly onto here. And it should be a really nice even burn going all the way through. And then the heat, so we have this set to where the 55-gallon barrel sits 2 inches above this burn tube here. And the heat gets so hot that it burns all the soot, all the creosote, all that smoke and everything inside the burn chamber here. This radiates heat. You can use the top as a cooktop there. And last night we did some temperature readings, but the hole here wasn't actually built properly, so we're going to get this nice and tight, and this is going to be an epic rocket stove. It was actually working last night, but the burn chamber was just an actual open hole here, so it wasn't actually allowing it to burn directly up into here. It was burning all around, so we didn't have the directional pull going directly to the top of the chamber. And it was reading at like 280, I think, last night, and that's where we topped out. But I know I've seen some readings where they get up to like 500 and 700 degrees, so I was wondering what was up with that. So now that we have this, it's going to be all mudded and everything. Oh, and this can be filled with dirt, so we can, it'll get rid of that weight and stuff. And so once we have this all mudded, and we should be able to just start a fire, and it will, it'll cure itself. Basically, it'll be its own kiln. And we'll fire the clay and the mud. Here, maybe add more dirt on that back side, and then it won't be so loose. And then the cool thing about the rocket stoves is that they utilize a small amount of burn fuel. Usually you use stuff like this as your fire starter, your kindling, and this is actually the fuel for the rocket stove. You use kindling basically to keep the fire going, and it burns hotter than any campfire I've ever seen. Alright, gotta get some of this dirt over here.
So you think I should put some mud right in here too?
No, we're gonna just fill that with dirt. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Just grab this dirt over here. Yeah, pretty much you're just coating the inside of the chamber like we did to just hold those rocks into place. Sorry guys. Trying to do this all while filming. Using one hand is kind of hard. Alright, so that's what all the dirt is. You can see his trowel expertise here. Just slapping some mud.
Mud.
Mud. You know, there's a tribe, they make mud cookies, and they eat them when they don't have enough food. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if they're an African tribe or where, but I thought that was pretty wild. It's to fill up their bellies when they don't have enough food. It's just mud patties.
Looks good.
Yeah. I think if anything, you just need to get this part leveled out. Nice. All right, so now we got this all leveled again, and we should be able to put this burn tube right on there.
So we're gonna put it on part of this and this.
Yeah.
Because before.
And this is level 2, so that should help with the weight distribution as well.
Just gotta make sure the side is the same.
Yeah, let me just fill that in. Well, we don't want it to be higher than that, but at the same time, it should be fine. Yeah.
So roll it back on there.
Yeah. Just try to be careful with those rocks there because they're fragile. Do you want me to give you a hand, or you think you got it? Yeah, I think if you roll it right on that rock or right on the brick will hold more of the weight. Nice. Yeah, and that's a huge tube there, so you just want to look at it and try to line that up directly over the hole there.
I think we need to put more on this side.
I can't even tell. Here, let me see if I got a flashlight on me here. It's got to come over. You're way over there. See that? You're not even centered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, use the brick. There you go. Yeah. And are you on the rock? Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, this side
Still has to come up some. And maybe if you turn the actual chamber and spin it, maybe it'll level itself out. You know, maybe it's just from being spun, maybe that side just got brittle. Keep turning it. I go almost all in. I would get this side here to go onto the brick. If you can spin it that way more. I don't think I understand what I'm saying. Because the angle of it, if you spun it, it would be opposite. Because you don't want any holes here. You want it to be flat.
Yeah, it's totally sealed.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep on spinning it just until this side gets about there. And it should flatten out. Just try to keep all the weight on that brick if you can. I can put this down too and help you. Alright. I'll try to get this real quick, guys. How's that look? And then we can just cover it up. See, yeah, see how that's all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was just
It looks pretty sealed.
Let me see the flashlight. Shit, a little bit over this way now. Alright, I think that's good. Now we're over that. I think that's probably the best way we can get it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, cool. And then maybe just add a little bit of dirt just around the edge to just keep that heat. And then I think we're golden there.
So now we can just light it because it's gonna burn pretty clean, right?
Yeah, and then you can start it in that burn tube too.
And then we can
There's a little bit of dirt in there, but I don't think it's too bad. I'm all holding the flashlight like it's a camera. I'm all holding it up. Like, oh, it's not even the camera. So. Alright. And let's see how well we did with that too.
yeah, pretty good.
That's centered and level. Nice, okay. So, alright you guys, so we got that centered now. And he's going to get this lit, and it should. And you can even put some fire in here. And it'll help to draw it. Cool. Alright, so this is what it looks like now, guys. So we have this all solid. As you can see now, the difference, Orlando, how it's just, now the chamber is going directly up through here. And so when it burns, it's going to go back down directly into there. And there's no way for it to burn in any other direction. So that's going to be really good. Alright.
Is it burning in there?
Almost.
Not yet.
Your face is all black.
Yeah, we've been playing with that thing. My whole white sweater just got black.
Damn.
I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Forgot to take it off. But that's what happens, right? That's what laundry is for. Laundry mat. Hopefully. It's all good. It's just a sweater. This represents the state I was born in, California. That's all. Nothing major. Yeah, so then it just takes a moment, you just light it. Yeah. And then once it stokes, this chamber is going to pull the heat upward. And then it's going to basically create a draft in that hole, suck the air through. You actually see the fire going sideways. It doesn't shoot upward, it shoots sideways and then comes up the chamber. So, and then once that's going, then we'll put this back on top. We'll make sure that's all nice and level. And this should be good to go. I actually like it in the center right there too, because that's going to provide more heat on all sides. Yeah, there it goes. You can see it's smoking more. It's about to get caught right here. Add a little bit more of this. There was a nail. Throw some of this. Little grass stuff in the bottom. It'll help light it. You got any paper? Plastic. I hear it. And you can see it smoking. There's more smoke coming out through the top now than through that chamber. Just needs the light. Yeah, so this takes a minute just to, once you get it lit, then it's fine. Okay, I see fire now. There we go. There we go. Now, you see the fire just came right through the top. And you can see there's no smoke, guys. So even with just that chamber right there, I mean, there's a little bit. But it's pretty much burning clean. You know, you can have that just right there. But, of course, you wouldn't want to. So now, and that's just a little baby kindling. You see, that fire is like 2 feet high, 3 feet high. So that's the turbine of the rocket stove, guys. I mean, it's burning clean. Like, there is some smoke, of course. You know, and then you got to deal with carbon monoxide, things like that. But for the most part, this is now professionally built. Like I would say, this is pro built right here. So let's get this thing on top.
So where's the chimney? Does it still go through the pipe?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when we put the barrel on, and that's what gets hot.
So we're doing that instead, or is that inside?
No, this has always been in there.
Oh.
Yeah, so you need a burn chamber,
Yeah,
a burn
okay.
tube. This holds a lot of the heat, and it creates a hotter fire as well.
Okay.
When you
I
have
just
this
barely put
insulated
any wood
tube.
in it.
Yeah.
We made our own instead of buying them
Yeah.
for like 20 or 40 bucks, however
Yeah.
much they are.
That's
They're
why you guys
expensive.
making that.
And then you have the out. Once you put this on top, the heat has nowhere else to go but into that down tube.
Okay.
And you can
And,
feel it how hot
yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
All right, so you want to put that on? Can you hold this real quick?
yeah. Yep.
All right. Just gonna flip this up and on. And they should be even more level this time.
A little bit more. There you go. You got it covered.
Yeah. Yeah, we can lift up a little bit of dirt here and there, but that's pretty damn good. Cool. And just cover the sides with some dirt. We can even mud it if you want. But dirt's fine. It's hot. It's heavy enough. Cool. So yeah.
Okay, now look, watch. Put your hand right
No, I'm not gonna get burned.
Oh, right away.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
hot.
gosh.
It's hot.
Yeah. Okay, so
This
now
barrel is getting
let's get
hot.
that
This-
temperature
this-
gauge on here. All right, so we're gonna come back. We're gonna do some temperature readings, guys. But that's pretty much it right there. There's no smoke coming out. That thing is beautiful. So now you can try to do your long sticks there and see if once it starts building out, and then we can see what the smoke looks like. But there you have it. That's a Rocket Stove 101 right there. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. This is Dan the Glass Man. Back to nature.